So here we are again. Got some new updates. So I've added the ability to use my keyboard to interface with this rather than having to change my values in the code and then recompile every single time I want to do something, which is a nice improvement for myself moving forward. But other little things I've added were some ways to do things like this. Like I can turn off all these little flickery little squares, which when the lights stand idle, you'll notice that there's a little bit of variation going on. It's very slight, but it's just to give it some activity when it's not doing anything. Kind of a candlelight effect. And I can turn that off. Makes things a little brighter, but not as interesting because nothing's happening when there's no audio here, obviously. Other little things that I've integrated were, let's see, there's a pulse that I'm experimenting with. There it goes, zipping by, but I can only zip it by once at the moment because I unbound it to the activation key. It is now bound to the beginning of every beat per minute. If there's audio going on, it goes by. So, other little things I've done is using up and down arrow keys, I can change my beats per minute dynamically, which is nice. And let's see, what do I need? 135 for this, I think? Yeah. So now, there are three things, three colors that are used to dictate what this top LED bar is. Oh yeah, by the way, I can also turn it off on the fly too. Ooh, pretty neat. So, there's color 1, which controls the outermost part of the gradient. Color 2, which controls like around this area. And color 3 is the dead center. So, like before, I could go like green for the outside, red for the middle, and let's go magenta for the center, as you see. Doot, doot, doot. But now, notice how they stay there always. I've now made a smooth gradient mode, which actually allows one to flow into the next, and then flow into the next, and flow into the next appropriately. So when there's no audio, it actually just paints the whole thing over. But when audio starts to happen, everything verges from the center point, which is pretty cool. You can turn that off to return it back this way. So when it's off, everything stays static and it just moves around as is. When it's on, everything in the center has to push its way out. Now, the way that this is set up currently, there's I have now set up 4 modes that assign each of the frequency ranges to the various parts of this gradient. Currently it's in high mode, then medium, and then low at the center. I can also do medium, high, low, and then low, medium, high. And then I can also do a 4th mode, which just takes the average, total average of the entire frequency and puts it in here, then applies like the multiplier I have for the high, medium, and low to each of those. So, let's do a little bit of Symphony number 9 from the New World. Set to 135, right? Yep, 135. Cool, so we're good. I'm going to set this up so we can see a hotspot. This is high, medium, low. And now the highs are pushing in hard, that's why everything's condensed into the center, being very bright. So now let's switch it to medium, high, low. It starts to spread out a lot more. And as we can see, here's our high, medium, low range numbers. Yeah, the medium is fighting second place for dominance. And now we definitely get a much wider range of activity. So now let's go low, medium, high. So low, medium, high, and go. Oh, it settles down a bunch for this particular song. So now average mode. Kind of spreads everything out. Seems to tone it down a bit. keyboard with us. Let's go sit on the couch. So, let's switch back to high, medium, low. Done. Now let's activate the smooth gradient mode. The dark red's trying to sweep in from the side edges when the audio cuts out. So now let's go medium, high, low. Spreads out a lot more. Ooh. Like a sun coming over the horizon. Let's go low, medium, high now. Alright, let's try average mode. Again, it's more uniform. Definitely a lot more tame. Let's turn off the gradient mode. It's kind of hard to notice the difference. Let's go back to low, high, medium, low. Oh, that's nice. Ooh. So this is average mode. We'll switch back to high, medium, low again. With gradient mode on still. Smooth gradient mode. Ooh. Medium, high, low. Low, medium, high. Let's turn off smooth gradient mode. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to give me a lot more dynamic control, but also allow me to tweak with how the lights are reacting to any particular kind of audio that's getting. Medium, high, low. High, medium, low. Yeah, centers it right there like a sun. Average mode spreads it out. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of this. Spent all weekend doing this. It's going on pretty nicely. Oh, the pulse thing. So, turning on pulse. Again, it's not something I'm still playing around with. So, you know, I find it a little distracting right now. So, it's nothing I'm really married to. Let's turn that off. Let's turn on the candle flicker again. Note how it cuts down the brightness a lot. Let's turn it back off. Yeah. So yeah, this is coming along pretty nicely.